Monday.com just released one of its newest features, AI agents. And today in this video, I'm going to give you a sneak peek into how it works. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Tara. I'm the founder of a company called Simple Day. Over the past number of years, we've helped hundreds of companies get started with Monday.com. We do custom implementations and integrations into other tools, so that way you can get the most out of Monday. If you need help with a custom implementation, my contact details are in the description below. I'm really looking forward to meeting you. And now, let's jump into our sneak peek all about AI agents. Just a small technical note before we jump in. At the time of this recording, I'm currently on the alpha version of the AI agents. That means that this is Monday's first version that they've released of this new feature. I got it because I have the option on the left-hand side where you can see Monday AI for AI agents, and there was a form and I filled it out. If you have this option, I would fill it out if you want to test it out. If not, it could be when the beta or the final version is released, you will get access to this. So what that means is that it's still the first version, and this is definitely going to get better over time as Monday gets more user feedback and they continue to build the product. It's definitely going to get better, but right now we're still in the alpha version. So now that I have access, there's two different kinds of agents that you can build. On the one hand, Monday has templates of pre-built agents that I can use, and I can even customize for myself, or I can totally build my own agents. So if I click on AI agents, you can see that I come here to this landing page. And like every one of Monday's AI products, you can see that the prompt is front and center. What do I want the agents to handle for me? So I can enter in the exact information that I want, or I can scroll down. And you can see that Monday has tons of different kinds of agents. Like, let's look at this one. Emma is for some deep market intelligence reports. Here we have Nathan for vendor sourcing. We have Maya for faster first responses. So I definitely would look through these to see what Monday has already built, because they already have a lot of options here. And they've done some of the harder work, I'll say, in terms of laying the foundation of how this AI agent should be built. So let's just use this as an example. We'll start with Maya, and I'm going to insert the prompt. And you can see over here that they've added in the prompts for me. And I simply click Build Agent. You can see that Monday is building out the agent for me. Again, it was a template that I used, and very quickly you can see that it's already breaking down my requests. Here it's showing me that my agent is ready. I thought that it was named Maya, so I will rename that. And if I want over here, I can pick on different images and regenerate an image. My guess is that you may have the option to upload your own image eventually, just a guess, throwing it out there. And I can rename it to have its job, and I'm going to continue building my agent. Now, we have a few things over here on this board. The first is, like I said, this is an alpha version, so it's showing me that it's an alpha version. Here's the name of my agent. And here's the conversation that I'm going to have to build out the agents. So here it's saying, I'm Maya, your customer support assistant. What specific customer support inquiries should I analyze? And then you go through this and you basically answer its questions and it builds it for you. Now, there's two important things that you have on the side over here, on this right side. You have the brain, and this is everything that's behind the agent. So the first thing is that it needs a trigger. I can either run it now, I can mention it in an update, which is really cool because I could say like, hey, at Maya, do this. Or I can assign it as a person in a column, or I can add another trigger. Now, if I click on add trigger, you'll see that we have the option to do it on a schedule, by Monday, or even by another app. And you can see these are the different options. So like when a status changes, that can trigger an agent. When a form is submitted, I've actually been waiting for this one for a long time, because when a form is submitted, you want to then maybe send an email or do something new. I think this is a great trigger. When column changes, when an item is created, update, you could see that there's a lot of different options for what your trigger is to get the agent to work. So you need to pick your trigger. And you also have your overview. These are your instructions. And if you want, you can expand it. And these are the instructions that the AI agent has. So over time, you do want to update this. And it's showing you what board it has, like what knowledge it should take from. So like, let's say the board that you're working on, you would add the board or the document here. You have a files column if you want to add an option to upload a file, because if you want to add, let's say you have a knowledge base or a master prompt, you can add it here. You also have the tools, so you can connect to different tools and you can do a web search. And it's also showing you which model it's using within AI, which I think is pretty cool. Now, you also have activity. So I haven't done anything with this, but once I set it up, it will show me the activity. I'm going to show you in another agent how that looks. Now here you can see that I can activate this agent, and just some other options are I can delete it, I can give feedback, or I can copy the debug metadata. Now I'm on this screen that shows me all of my different agents. I had 2 different agents prior to the one that I just built. These were ones that I custom built, and it just added Maya, my agent over here. Now these are both inactive agents. They're ones that I created myself. So let's go into Thomas. This is one that I'm actually working on and is not complete because I haven't gotten it to work exactly how I want yet. I'm still playing with it, but I just want to show you how it works. So what I want Thomas to do is I want him to copy information from a group name to specific columns within my board. So you can see here, I'm not going to go through all the details, but I've just been testing it and playing with it, having an option back and forth with Thomas in order to get exactly what I want. Now you can see here that I have my triggers. Okay, I can either run it now or when it's mentioned or assigned. And I also did when an item is created in my revenue board. So I chose the board where the trigger should happen. And here you can see that I have my instructions about exactly what it should do. So in this case, it should go into my board, find the group name, and then copy the group name to certain columns. I need this for reporting purposes, so it's just easier. I thought it'd be fun to test the agent out with this example. And here you see I have all the triggers. Again, these are the knowledge base because these are the full boards that I needed to have access to. I'm not using any tools or anything like this. Another cool thing to note is that I can also have a conversation with voice if I want to tell it something that needs to be changed. Now, if I close this, sorry, I want to keep it open actually. I want to show you the activity log. So here you could see we had the brain, which was the first part that I showed you, and now I have the activity log. And here you can see it's telling me that it was complete, it validated it, and it gives me all the examples of what happened. So I'll just show you what I did here. So basically I wanted it to connect and copy data. And the prompt said, if it can't do this, leave an update. So it tagged me. So I got notifications and it says, I've tagged you, Tara, for manual review. That was the prompt that I gave it. Like, if you can't do this action, then tag me. So I got like the second half of this to work. I'm still working on the first half, but that's, just testing and learning how these AI agents work. Sometimes it's about giving the right instructions, the right prompts that clearly I'm not doing yet. So hopefully I'll make another video once I get this to do exactly what I want. But the idea is that you can have these AI agents do exact tasks that you need within your Monday board. On our team, I think that there's tons and tons of things that we do on an admin level that someone can automatically create an agent and build. Like, for example, if a date is missing in a column, or if we don't have a certain drop-down column that's required filled in, I have someone manually reviewing those and then fixing it. I think those are 2 great use cases for using an AI agent. I'd love to hear in the comments how you have decided to use the Monday.com new agents. And again, if you need any help, feel free to reach out. And I'd love to see how we can help you make the most out of Monday.com. Looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and remember to subscribe to receive tips and tricks on how to use Monday.com. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.